Simone, I don't know if you remember Grandma Teaslink, Grandma Roll. Did you call her that?
Yeah.
I thought so. She always used to call back to the loons. So it'd be like the loon, and then it'd be Grandma, like loony Grandma calling back to the loons. It was really cute.
So the process of making the van into our home was an adventure in itself. I think there was a lot of arguing about what should go where at first.
Never happens anymore.
No. So I don't know if we looked at 2 or 3 vans.
But we're like, we're not going to buy anything today.
Yeah, we're not
going to buy anything. We're just going to go look. Yeah.
We saw a stand and we ended up like buying them that day.
So some people like totally gut out the van, you know, just down to metal walls and start re-insulating and re-everything. And we didn't have that time or money really to invest into it. So we wanted to do something that would make us comfortable and feel like home, but didn't take a tremendous amount of time and money.
Yeah, stands picked up a solar panel and
a fan, bug screens, a new cabinet,
an awning,
yes.
And I don't know what else is gonna go on them
it's all
next.
Fancy now.
Yeah. I like doing things like this, like chopping wood. My grandpa always said, if you chop your own wood, it warms you twice. The first time is actually doing it, the second time on the fire, so I always like that. I don't know, I really like, you know, just connecting with, you know, nature, using what, not going to the store and buying what you need, going out and making do with what you have. Liana and I might have saw some aliens one time, but we don't really think it was aliens. But we were like in Colorado by the Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and there was like 3 lights flying overhead, and it was like no sound. So it might have been some like weird military plane, and I also think it's like, why, you know, they always have like, we saw lights in the sky and it's an alien, but it's just like, well, so why, if like aliens have the technology to go from like one planet or universe to, or solar system to the next, why would they put like running lights on their spaceship? So it was probably like some weird military thing, but that was kind of weird.
Having some van trouble, even though we did due diligence, and by we I mean Tom, and took him to multiple mechanics before we left and along the road.
Where to start? So this mechanic says that the van has lots of problems,
but the last mechanic like wasn't willing to work on it.
Yeah,
and
didn't have time.
Yeah, Yeah.
Didn't have time to work on it. So this mechanic doesn't have time to work on it with our schedule. So he seemed to think we could make it to Fairbanks or Anchorage to maybe get it into a dealership place that would be able to get the parts a little bit quicker and easier. So fingers crossed. I think we'll still be able to do all of our ferry stuff, and then, you know, cross our fingers to get the white horse.
Yeah. Yay, adventure. Howdy.
Cheesy crunchies?
Mm-hmm. Would you like some cheesy crunchies? Mm-hmm. Some cheesy crunchy goodness. You could fill your little pouch up with them.
That'd be gross.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny when we tell people like how long we're gonna be somewhere. It's like you can see like a weird look on their face trying to do the math. You know, and they don't. And it's just you're waiting for them to be like, "Well, what do you do? What do you do?"
Yeah.
Oh, you've been on the road that long? Most people say like, "What do you do?" But some people don't, and they just like
And they just sit there looking confused.
back away quietly. Yeah.
I know, like they look at us like we're insane or something. Initially, in order to finance our travels, we saved up money. Then, fortunately, within probably our first 6 months or so of travel, there was an opportunity for Tom to start doing freelance instructional design and e-learning work, and that is kind of our primary way of funding our travels currently. We also are working on building out our blog, which is whenyouwander.com, into more of an actual business and an actual travel guide site. And that has been my main priority and my main focus in terms of our business goals.
8:45 a.m. this morning, if you are continuing on with us. If you're in a stateroom, please remember to drop your keys off at the bursar's counter. Thanks for traveling with us. Enjoy the day.
Backing me up. So close. Oh, it's cool. That guy waved. Really good video.
What's it?
That guy waved as we were going down.
Because I thought I would make us salads first, and we could eat those, and then we'll have
Are we
the
gonna
soup.
chop up that cabbage?
Yeah, I can do that too.
Do you want to like saute it first and then dump the stuff in, or what do you think?
That's probably a good idea.
Do we have like oil or butter?
No. so maybe we can't.
We still could. We could still.
Do you have the knife and the cutting board? Oh, yeah. That's okay. There's a little ocean in my salad. It's okay. Do you like a little ocean in your salad, Simone? Here.
What do we want to do? Just cook up the, or just pour the cabbage in?
I was asking you what you think. I mean, if we added like a little bit of water and we could just like cook it in a little bit of water, I think that'd be a good idea, don't you?
Yeah. Did you bring more spices?
Not down, no.
I thought that was the plan.
Yeah, it was. I forgot.
It's probably.
I forgot.
I forgot.
I absolutely
No, you
did
said
not.
last night you were like, "Oh, we're gonna put cabbage and seasoning in the soup."
Right, and I didn't know that we were gonna have to trek all of our stuff in this far. I thought we'd be able to just like run back and get stuff. Is it okay if I use your spoon to stir?
I don't care.
Okay. I don't know why. Stop it, Tom. You're being all. What are you finding out? Ooh, okay, here we go. Wilderness remote, dynamic, and intact. And so we arrive in Glacier Bay, a land reborn, a world returning to life, a living lesson in resilience. If ever we needed a place to intrigue and inspire us, to help us see all that's possible in nature and in ourselves, this is it. Glacier Bay is a homeland. A homeland, a natural lab, a wilderness, a national park, a United Nations Biosphere Reserve, and a World Heritage Site. Not a bad resume for a young land, a new sea. Just 250 years ago, Glacier Bay was all glacier and no bay. A massive river of ice, roughly 100 miles long and thousands of feet deep, occupied the entire bay. Today that glacier is gone, having retreated north. Fewer than a dozen smaller tidewater glaciers remain. Impressive in themselves, sequestered at the heads of their inlets in the upper bay, they flow from tall coastal mountains to the sea and calve great shards of ice that bejewel cold waters with diamond-like bergs. They are witnesses to change, these rivers of ice. They invite us to slow down and breathe deeply of the cool ice age air and to imagine, if only for a day, the way things used to be.
Cool.
Yeah.